Corrado, siamo tutti?
Sì, siamo la scuola di
Ok,
e
ok,
the School of Estetica.
ok. Welcome to Concordia Station of all of you. Hi everybody, I'm Simona Grimaldi and I'm the Italian glaciologist and also the session leader for the Winter Over campaign and DC21. And we are in Antarctica, and I hope I can show you the external. But it's not simple because of the temperature now, and also because it's dark. Now we are at the end of the autumn, and we have only for a few hours a day reverb of sunlight, and quickly we will be totally dark, and we will have dark and stars for all over the day. However, as you know, Concordia Station is one of the 40 permanent stations in Antarctica. That it means that activity in Concordia Station continue all over the year. Among the 40 permanent stations, 3 of are in the internal part of the Antarctic plateau, and one is Concordia, and the other 2 are Vostok, this is a Russian one, and South Pole, the American station. We are located in a dome named Dome C, and at altitude of 3,200 meters. And so we have the high altitude, and also we are at the high latitude. And so one of the problem of the live here is the hypoxia. Okay, it depends also of the pressure of the air pressure that can change day by day. The Concordia Station is the unique station that is shared from two nations, French and Italy, and so is an Italian-French station. Thanks for the collaboration from PNRA for Italy and IPEV for French. IPEV is the Institut Polar Français François-Émile Victor, and for PNRA we have 3 organization. One is ENEA, that's is in the sorry, sometimes the words come to me because it's difficult even in Italian and in English. Then the words can come in my mind. Hypoxia is really a problem here. And so INEA that is that occupy of logistic things, CNR scientific one, and OGS is an organization that take care of the Laura Bassi ship for scientific and logistic point of view. And Concordia Station is composed of 2 towers, a quiet tower and a noisy tower, and the 2 towers are linked by a hallway, and each tower has 3 floors. And now I'm on the 3rd floor of the quiet tower, where is the lab and the offices, and I began to do a tour. And if you have some question, please raise your hand, and you can stop me, no problem. And so I go around the session to meet my colleague. Hope to meet someone, but probably, yeah. First of all, I want to go to Atmos lab. Hello.
Hello, hi.
We have Thomas that is. Hello, I
Hello,
can show
everyone.
you. Okay.
Hello.
Can you talk about your work, Thomas?
Yes, we are in the Atmos Lab, where we collect the data from atmospheric measurements, and we have some radiometer outside in a shelter. We know the shelter Astro Concordia or McDonald's, but
Yes,
now
we
it's
call
not
McDonald's,
possible
yes.
to see it.
Yeah, we call McDonald's because
Because I have
the structure has
yes,
is that the same
like,
shape of.
I am like McDonald's.
Yeah.
We have some instrument to collect the data for aerosol, ozono, and weather station close to the base, around 600 meters from the base. And with the weather station, we collect the data like temperature, pressure,
Wind.
yes, speed, wind, direction of the wind, and we put this data in intranet. So
I will show them.
the internet. So
Now, for example, we have
now we have a temperature minus 73.7 degree and wind chill minus 92. The wind chill is a particular parameter because it's a sum of the temperature and the wind. Now we have a wind speed 3 meters per second, and the wind can feel dispend your warm on the skin.
our warm
And
out really
more-
rapidly
exactly.
because of the wind.
Exactly. So the sum of the wind, the temperature create the wind chill. So we effectively sì, we percepti 1991.
Point eight. Okay.
Dot 8. Another important parameter is the pressure. Now we have 631.1 HPA. Is a pressure very low respect to the pressure that we normally have on the level of the sea.
Yeah, I already say them.
118 meter on the sea level. This is all the parameters that we collect from the weather station close to the base, but we have another experiment is a balloon that I launch every day at 7 p.m. This balloon is inflated with helium, and I attach this a probe, and have a sensor for keep the parameters that we saw before, temperature, humidity, pressure, etc. And antenna for transmit the data here, and we all the data to send in Italy in French, in particular with the military aeronautics of Italy, to made the weather forecast, the weather forecast. This is very a summary of all the experience that I follow here.
And so I want to say that for Thomas is the second experience here
Yes.
in Concordia, and he comes from University of Catania like me,
Yeah.
and so I'm here. Thanks for to Thomas.
Okay.
So, thank you, Thomas. Bye
You're
bye.
welcome. Ciao. Ciao.
Say hello. Ok, va bene. Ciao. And so I go to another important point of session. Oh, Nina, I have a surprise. Yes, we have a lab. This is a special lab. It's a ESA lab, European Space Agency, and we have the researcher of European Space Agency. That is Nina. Nina is English, and so will be a better English than me.
Is it the Scottish student?
Yeah, there is Italian and Scottish. I mean.
Okay. Hi, yes, my name's Nina. I'm from England and I'm a medical doctor. I'm here at Concordia Station researching the extreme environment and its effects on the human body. So the crew are like astronauts that go to Mars, and that's my research, space medicine.
Yeah. And which are the factors that stress our body?
Sure. So we live on top of a glacier, it's very high, and that means the oxygen level is quite low. So that impacts our body physically and mentally. So cognition, thinking is quite slow, and our muscles get tired easily. The air is very dry, so that can affect our breathing. And then also the isolation can affect our psychology.
Yeah. And so it's a really challenge to
Very
stay.
huge.
Yes, for 1 year. So I forgot to say them that we are here from since November.
Yes,
And then 7 months. And then we go back in November. And so 13 months in total. And so over more than 1 year.
It's a long time.
Yeah.
So yes, the body can adapt and the mind, you can look after it, but it is tough.
Yeah. And Nina, you are part of important team here in Concordia, that is the rescue team. Can you explain why there is a rescue team here?
Sure. So the crew, glaciologists, atmosphere chemists, astrophysicists all go outside to do dangerous scientific activities. That might be on top of towers, in caves, in the cold outside. And if they become hurt or have something like a heart attack, they need to contact by radio or someone will find them and the rescue team need to go and get them. There are 5 people on the rescue team. We have a technical lead, myself, the lead of the team in general, and the doctor, and then 3 rescuers. And we train every month to make sure that we're prepared in case something goes wrong.
Hope no.
Yes, no.
Oh, thank you for your time, Nina. Bye.
See you later.
See you later. And so we go in the radio room is an important point of the session for our safety. And we meet Eric, that is our ETC.
Ciao. Yeah. Yeah.
It's a school from Scottish and
Yeah.
from Italy.
Mhm.
And so,
Okay.
can you explain your work?
I'm the ECT guy here, so I manage mostly the internet connection and the connection with the shelters. So we have some optical fiber that from here goes all to the laboratories and shelters that are around the base that are also some of them are up to 2 kilometers far away from here. In these laboratories there are some instruments that sometimes they need to send the data in near real time, so really fast and immediately out from here. And for this, we have internet connection with a satellite system, the Starlink satellite system. And this connection we use also for everything like this video call.
Okay.
And another thing is the radio communication. So I'm also responsible for the radio all the winter over team. Every time a guy goes outside, has to call me by radio and said to me where he's going, and every 30 minutes, 20 minutes has to report that is all good, that are normal operation ongoing. And if he did not report, I have to contact him. If I cannot contact him, we will need to call the rescue team that will go that the rescue team will go on the site and check if it's all good. Maybe just the radio is dead. Otherwise, we'll have to bring the guy inside because it's really cold outside. We cannot stay so long.
Yes, hypothermia is one of the
most.
Sorry.
Don't worry.
Yeah,
The-
it's
the-
a nightmare here.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Eric, for your time and the good work. Hello. So now I lead you in another lab. I switch on the light. Okay. Yeah. And as you can see, is in Italian French lab, as is a glacial lab. Okay, is my lab and the lab of Clément that is not here now is the French glaciologist. We study with different protocol, but more or less the same things. And so we study the exchange from the atmosphere and superficial snow to study how some elements are exchanged from the snow and the aerosol and the snow. Is really important to better understand the climate, and so also to relate the data from the actual climate and the climate of the past. We study the past climate with the I don't know. Came in my mind the English name, but is the sample of glaze in the ground, and we can study the bubble of air inside of that sample, and we study the concentration of greenhouse gases, and we had two projects. The first was EPICA, and the new one, the most recent one, was Beyond EPICA, All the Ice. And the scientists was able to study the climate since 1,000,000 times ago, and they discovered that and with the beginning of industrial epoch, we had a really increase of greenhouse gases like CO2 or methane, and that was really correlated with the increases of the temperature. And so, and the problem related to that. And now I go downstairs. We are. I also say that we are on the third floor of the White Tower. I'm going towards the second floor. That is the floor with the room, and so is the only space that is our that one where we have our privacies. And so the room is like our house. I can go in this room because it's mine, and so we are going to my house, and we have a single room, a single bed. In the summer times, we share the room with another people because the people in the summertime are more, and so there is we need to share the room. And the room we just put the photo, just a little present of our relatives and friends, and just to be more linked with the people that we love in Italy. And I want to show you here. We have two water, and potable and non-potable one. We get the water from the snow here, and we put in fondoir and get the water that we can drink. But we recycle 17-18% of water, and we can try not to get too much snow, and so to don't have and to respect the ambient. And water that we, for example, use for shower, you can use for the toilet and so on. Also, the electricity that we produce with the generator, the generator produce warm, and this that warm is used to warm the base, and so we reuse all form of energy just to be ecological. Okay, I'm go down on the first floor of White Tower, and we have the hospital. Yeah, we have a medical doctor that is a French one. I don't know is available. I can ask to him. Yves Marie? He's not here, and so go. I want to show you our clocks. We have the red one that is from PNRA, from Italian people. We have boots that is really resistant to cold. They can resist. Yes, it's possible to. I'm just going outdoor. I'm near to the front. The principal entrance, and go out for you. This is the boots that that resist since minus 100 degrees, and so we use really a lot of things like that, like a total mask, okay, and Google, and so like that. Okay, this is a transparent one because there is no problem with sun in this moment, but in summer we use a dark Google because of the sunlight that can be dangerous for our eyes. And I want to show you the blue clothes from French, from Ypres, okay? And now I just switch on the front light because it's dark outside, and just to show you that we are really in Antarctica. Whoa, it's really cold outside. Okay, as you can see, it's dark. Okay, oof. You can see the container in front of the base, and we store the food. Is a natural freeze, and so we have the tower. One tower is the noisy. This is the quiet that I already visit. Okay, and just snow, and snow. Okay, I go inside because it's really, really, really cold in this moment. I will show you that. Oh, sorry, it's difficult to speak because of the cold. Okay. Now we are 73.9 and it's really, really cold. Okay, as you can see, we have a green square that is outdoor operation is allowed because there is low wind, 5.5 knots, and if the wind is higher, that square could be yellow. That means some activities are forbidden, such as to climb the American Tower because it's really high, 45 meters, and the wind is much strong at the top of the tower. If the red square is if the square is red, sorry, and the activities outside are totally forbidden. It means that the condition is really, really, really dangerous, and so we have to stay inside the station. Okay, we have on the side of noisy tower, and so here we have. Oh, hi Pierre, I can disturb you for a minute? Yeah, Pierre is the chief of Bureau Technique from the French part. And so, what is your job, Pierre? Is a Scottish and Italian school.
Okay.
Okay, and so I speak in English. Okay.
The main goal is to take care of the power station to ensure the production of electricity for all the station, and also to coordinate the different action when we need to have an electrician, plumber, the mechanics, and me for working for one same job. It's also to make everything smooth for
So
all of us.
utilities of the base can work, but you
Yeah.
also can modernize the with the new implant and so on.
Yeah, we are also here to let's say to offer some kind of new project for the Polar Institute, because we are here during 9 months, and for them they can be here. I mean, let's say the shore side can be here only for 3 months, 3 months and a half per year. So it's not enough to see all the issues. So we are also here to make some project to improve the system.
Oh, and also we are a few people, so it's more easy to do
More
this
easy,
work.
yeah,
Yeah.
to work when it's not outside.
Okay, Pierre, thank you for your job and for your time. Bye. And so, as you can say, Yves-Marie, hello. Can I disturb you for a moment?
Wait for consultation.
Yeah, oh, sorry. He's just to say our medical doctor. Hello. And so I have a consultation, so he's not available at this moment. I'm going up of the noisy tower because the activities that we done here are noisy. And so, for example, for our free time, we have a gym. That's really important to maintain our form, our mind, but our body. As Jasmina said, we are in a hypoxic atmosphere, and so you can see from my breath, but also we lose strength and muscular mass, and so we need to train ourselves just to be strong enough to go outside. And so when we go outside, we have a lot of clothes and more or less 5 this is Davide.
Hi everybody.
Can you explain your work here?
I was doing some gym. Everybody, welcome to Concordia. I'm personally here on support on 10 experiment about physics of atmospheric, seismology, and geomagnetism. Why we take a look on that here in Concordia? Because Concordia is a very special place in our planet. For example, for doing the measurement of the South Pole, because the South Pole is moving, we are very close to the magnetic line that are perpendicular to our system. So the error is very, very close, is very, very small. And we follow the magnetic South Pole, and we spread the information all around the world. Probably you use with Google Maps, Waze, or some other apps for the GPS navigation system. Physical atmospheric measurement. Why? Because here there is no perturbation in the ionosphere, and the atmosphere is a little bit more smaller compared to the latitude where we usually live. And again, we are very more precise in the determination of the time of flight between one satellite and another one, so we can rebuild the ionospheric around the planet. And also this information is very useful for reduce the error in the GPS localization. And also for the seismology information, our sensors here in Concordia are deeply in the ice. So here around there are no noise. So the localization of the seisma is very precise. That's why here in Concordia we take a part of the network in the south hemisphere of the planet in order to provide alarm in case of tsunami.
Okay, that's all. It's a lot of things,
Yes.
like a lot of a project. And so thank you for your time and for your job. And I wish all of the guys only the room. There is a music instrument.
Yes, or gym.
Or gym, or video, or like kind wall. Just for all the choice. Thank you. Thank you.
Ciao.
Bye bye. And now we are going in the third floor, is the last floor of the White Tower, where we eat. There is the kitchen and the dining room and the living room, as where we and an electrician. Hello, Julian.
Hello.
How are you? Is Valentin. Hello, our partner, the best of the team.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you for your job every day.
Thank you.
Bye bye. Hello. Sorry. And so I'm here in the kitchen. I don't know if there is the cook. No, he's not, but I will show you the kitchen as a big one, because in the summer, as I just said, here are a lot of people. We can reach the 60 people or more, and so there will be, in the summer season there are to cook, but in the winter we are only 13, 6 Italian, 6 French, and Nina that is English, and so only one cook that is Italian, is Laerte. Is really a good cook. Is really important the lunch and the dinner, just to know the hour of the day, just to have a routine, because now is dark, but also in summer where is ever a day with sun. It's difficult to understand the day of the hour of the day, and so we help with the dinner and the lunch, just to have a good routine over the day. We also have a greenhouse, just a little plants. That is a new activities. 2 years is the second year, I mean, and it's really important because we have in an ambient there is no life, absolutely no life, only we and the snow, and so and if we go outside of the base for some kilometers, we can't found any bacteria of virus, and so to see someone that is alive, that grow up and smell. We have also a sensorial deprivation, and no smell, no color, and so it's really helpful for us, for psychological point of view, and also for nutrition, because it's really nutrient, really small nutrient. And so we have also fresh fruit from this greenhouse. And the last room is the living room. where we pass our time. We can read, we can play, and so on. And we can stay together because it's also really important to know each other, because we don't know before to be there, to be here, and so it's really important the relationship and to pass time together to know each other better. And so I am the tour, but if you have some question, I'm do you have any question?
Do you ever feel lonely being out there with only your team?
Sorry, can I ask you to be more close to the microphone, because I can hear very well.
Do you ever feel lonely out there with only your team?
I can understand, sorry. Corrado, can you help me to understand the question, because I can hear really well from the phone.
So I was just asking, do you ever feel lonely being only out there with just you and your team?
Non sento, non riesco a sentire.
Hello. What is daily life like at the Concordia Station, and what are the main challenges you face living in such an extreme environment?
I'm sorry. I ask sorry to you, but if you come close to the microphone, because I can see really well from the phone, and in English for me is really is not so easy. And so if you come close to the microphone and repeat slowly the answer.
Sì.
Okay. What is daily life like at the Concordia Station, and what are the main challenges you face living in such an extreme environment?
Okay, the daily life is not the same for all the people. Each of one have the proper routine, and I can talk about mine. And for example, I'm a glaciologist and have to go outside every day, and so the must challenge for me is the cold temperature, because every day is not the same. Not also for the weather, okay, but also from my how I can feel. Some days I'm really good, other days I'm really tired, because okay, thank you, Corrado. I will check. And so some days it's really difficult to me to face the routine, and other people, for example, can wake up later in the morning, because they become the routine most in the afternoon and in the evening time. And so we have different routine, working routine, but how far do you normally travel? Okay. Okay. When we go outside, we go I mean, 1 kilometers is the maximum, not more, because the activities is all around the base. Okay, and also is really dangerous to go more distant. We can stay outside for more than 30-40 minutes, even if we are clothed properly. And we need sometimes to warm ourselves in the shelter, and after that continue the activities. So the activities is all around the base at the maximum distance of 1 kilometers. Also is another, thank you for writing the question, because for me is easier. I can, okay. How do scientists from different countries collaborate at Concordia? The collaboration is discovered in during the season, because we don't know each other, and so we known here, and it's really the ambient that put us to collaborate, because we have a lot of problem, all of us, and so we need help to do our work. We can do alone, and so there is really a willingness from all to help each other, from French, Italian, and between French and Italian. We, in our possibility, we can to help French in his duty, and they never go back to help us in scientific activities. But now, sorry, I meet another member of team. I want to introduce him, and this is Matteo. Hello,
Hi.
Matteo.
Hi, I'm Matteo.
What is your activity
I'm
here?
astrophysicist here, so I take care of the astronomy experiment. Especially, we have a telescope to observe the star, and what we do here is try to look for exoplanets. Exoplanets are planets that can be like ours, our Earth, located outside the solar system. So how do we find them? We observe the stars for a very long period, and lucky for us here, we can do that thanks also for the polar night. And with our instruments, we can detect the luminosity of the star. And so if we see like a decrease in the luminosity with a recognized profile, we can assume that there is a planet transiting in front of the star. So if a planet transits in front of the star, we can see the luminosity of the star decrease because of the shadow created by the planet. So that's our main experiment going on here.
Okay, we have some question. Can you follow me, and we
Yes.
try to replay the question? They kindly write because it's difficult to understand, and so I'm going to. Can we switch on the light? Sorry, we are almost ready, and so I'm going to read your question. Oh, and go. Yes, there is, yeah.
Sta inquadrando il tavolo.
Sì, sì. Ah, okay. Sorry. You ask what is the innovative technologies. They already. Oh, why? No.
No, wait.
Just a moment. Go. Okay. Okay.
Adesso
Some, yeah, okay. No, it's okay. The innovative technology that we use, but we already have
Answer.
this.
Yes, we already have question.
Is really not have high
Yeah, very
technologies.
high technology. Also
Yeah.
because of the cold. So usually, sometimes old technology works better because of the here outside in the cold, electricity suffers a lot of problems.
Electronic components.
Electronic components usually don't work so well. So we try to use them as we can, but we don't have so much innovative technologies
Yeah.
for our care here.
The question is not the technologies, but the ambient. The ambient, as just Davide said, is really not really there isn't inquinamento.
Pollution.
Pollution. Okay, sorry. There is no air pollution. There is not noisy pollution, light pollution, and so it's really really a natural lab when we can do a lot of measurements and with the not background noises. And so is really the point. And technologies is work better, probably not the newest one, but is the place really
The place is really important. Yes, we don't use so much innovative technology. We just exploit the really unique ambient we are working in.
Okay, and so I just read another question. Derek, do you see any benefit from training in hypoxia condition when you return to normal condition? Oh, Derek, is really up per tornare.
Sì.
Okay, Derek is a really interesting question because the answer is yes. Is really when we come back have a lot of globuli rossi and
Red
cells. Red cells. Okay, and really increased in number and is the effect of hypoxia. And so when we go back in normal condition, in normal baric oxygen condition, and we have like a syndrome of a superhero. And so is the same of athletes that go in altitude to train after competition. Okay, but this works for
maybe 2 weeks. Yeah, not so much.
Not so much, not more.
Because our body will go back to the normal behavior really fast.
Yeah, really fast. And so try to read another question. Questa l'abbiamo detta. Considering how was Antarctica environment from a medical perspective, our emergency strategy by. Okay, we talk with Nina from this question. Oh, sorry. Okay. Yes, we are in our condition, and so for this point, we have 3 team: a fire team, a medical team, and a rescue team. You are a part of team.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm part of both rescue team and fire team.
So if there is a fire,
So if there is a fire, we are we have a kind of training. I mean, we're not firefighters, of course, but we can learn the basics of how to deal with fire. For example, we have all the firefighter suits, the proper firefighter suits. So the helmet, the mask, the oxygen, all the ignifug vest. The hose for dealing with fire. So we do one exercise for a month to try to handle different kind of situation.
And also training.
And also some training to also train with all the equipment on us, because it's very heavy. It's very difficult to move with that.
Yes,
especially here.
Yeah, especially yeah. And so also for rescue.
Also for rescue, we have a team.
Said Nina just explained how works the rescue team, and there is also the medical one. The medical one, because we have only one doctor, and if we hope no, but if there is an emergency that involve more than 2 or 3 people, probably he need help. And so the medical team are trained to help the doctor in case of emergency. And so it's really complicated here because we are alone, and so we go in alone towards the whole year. But the keywords is prevention, and so we are really careful to don't to be in dangers. So I don't know if there is another question, and so I read. Oh, Riccardo, thank you. And so I think abbiamo risposto. How do you cope with isolation and psychological effects? Okay. Okay, we ask us how we face the psychological aspects. Want to you reply? Psychological and physical here.
The physical aspect, it's I don't think there is much you can do. I mean,
just training.
You just train, but you always think that your air is missing. So there is not much you can do. I mean, it's like this, and you get the habit.
Yeah.
Even if you train, even if after 6 months we are here, we still have lack of oxygen every time we do the stairs.
Not
So the breath
well.
is not very good.
Yeah.
Also because of the dry air, the nose usually is always blocked because it's very dry. So it's even reduced the quantity of oxygen we can breathe.
Yeah.
So with this, you just get the habit.
For psychological
aspect, I mean, I think everybody is dealing with it differently. I mean, for now, I don't think that we had any problems.
No, we don't.
So, well, we have our work to do, so that's a good thing to keep your mind busy. And also, we can do a lot of personal activities, for example, for training, also reading. For example, I play a lot with the computer, so we can have many things to distract ourselves.
See a film.
Yes, see movies together. Maybe have some small parties together if we are feeling to.
Yeah.
And also maybe I think that compared to the other years, we are very lucky because we have a very good internet connection, so we can always keep in touch with our friends, family.
Yeah.
So we don't feel so much alone.
It's the second year that we have Starlink.
Yes.
Before was really a nightmare to have a good connection. And so
Yes, of course, sometimes we miss our family, our friends, our habits back in our country, but we are here and we try to be as happy as we can.
Yeah, just we know that there is a beginning and there will be a finish.
Yes.
And so now we are going through the polar night. It is a really
Delicate moment.
Delicate moment because the lackness of the sun could be a
could be a problem in our mind, and we don't, and even
in
if
our
we know,
in our
mood, yes,
in our
also.
mood. And we have the light, special light that simulates the sunlight of the sun, and then we can do the
light therapy.
a light therapy that can help just a psychological point of view. I don't know if there is a other question. I can check. Oh no, I don't know. Okay. So if there is no more question, we can.
Okay, it's we can close the meeting.
Okay.
Thank you for your time. If Derek had a question from your students.
Yeah.
If no question, then thank you.
Okay. And say, okay, thank you. I just read it. Thank you for your presence here in Concordia. I apologize for our English is not the best, but we try the best to make how clear
A clear conversation.
Yeah, a clear conversation to the life here, and so we really happy to have you here in Concordia.
Okay, thank you.
Bye. Hello. Hello. Thank you. Hello. Hello.
Ok, chiudo proprio. Sì. No, fermo, aspetta che fai. Ok. Derek, thank you for your time, and if we want to do any question from the students, if you want to talk about this experience.
Well, I just thanks very much for having us and inviting us to see that. I thought that was really interesting there. And look forward to the next event, and hopefully some point a trip to Italy or something in the future.
Scrivi che it's a problem with the audio. Ho sbagliato. Ti sentito? No. Ok.
There is no,
sì, there is a problem with the audio, and we can see more days, another days for to see a program for the next year. Scrivo. Ok, thank you. You and up to you and your student.
Hi, Gerardo. Thanks very much. I'll email you if I don't think the audio is working very nice, but we're really grateful for the invite to the event, and we'll see you in the future.
Okay. Goodbye.
Vorrei salutare la regia.
Okay. Allora, la nostra impressione di questo viaggio che abbiamo fatto.